in, everyone. Making sure everyone here is grounded. Thanks for following, Glenn. Thanks so much for all the likes, everyone. Hey. Blue Moon, thanks for following. Melissa, thank you so much. Wow, appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, nice. Thanks, Lady of the House. Just setting the intention for the live stream to be nice and relaxing. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thanks for the heart me. And the Go Popular, thank you. Use a little bit of this to help the relaxing vibes. Thank you, Lady in the House. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks. Thank you. Hey, Danielle, thanks. me in the shares. Thanks for the heart me. You're welcome. Okay. Just do a little bit more cleansing since we got more people here. Group goal, 60,000 likes, 250 shares. Oh, sleeping better. Awesome. Glad to hear it. This is selenite. Just cut in like what I call a unicorn horn. Yeah, it's a little hard at first to get out of saying I need, or I want, but eventually it becomes easy to not, talk that way so much. Thanks Danielle and Melissa for the shares. Oh, you just write the same things over and over again. It's not that you're trying to find new things, just keep writing the same things. The way that a gratitude journal really helps is specifically because you're writing down the same things that you're thankful for, week by week. It's so that you can really solidify within you that you're thankful for the things that you have, and that puts out into the universe to help you attract more, because you just have this innate thankfulness for what you have. But, so doing the gratitude journal helps you to over and over again remember, oh, I am thankful for, being able to pay my bills. I'm thankful for this and that. Yes, I do. If you tap the link in my bio and scroll down, on the Linktree link, you'll find my YouTube and my other social medias. So it may feel boring to keep writing the same things, but that's what helps. That's what helps you to change your mindset, is the same things over and over again, because it takes a long time to get yourself out of thinking about the things that you don't have. So you gotta really, it's sort of like practicing thinking about the things that you do have and being thankful for it, if that makes sense. And then without even thinking about it, you start manifesting more. This star right here in real life, it doesn't have that. So I'm always so confused as to how my camera is picking up this glow when it's not there in real life. I don't understand. Spooky. Thanks for the heart, me. Oh, yeah, that's a good thing, obviously. The list is open for one-on-one Reiki sessions. See the full menu pinned on my profile, and tap the link in my bio to see payment methods. Oh, okay. I had bought a new crystal, but I think it might be eaten by the couch. Yep, I'm gonna have to dig for that later. Oh, and I forgot to say, please let me know in a comment if you do send in for a one-on-one session. Super fans do get a pretty big discount, as you can see. I see what you mean, yeah. Hi, welcome in, everyone. Yeah, that's good. We've got more people in here, so I'm just doing some more grounding. Thank you, F-Bomb. Thanks for reposting, Paula. Doing the gratitude journal and writing in there, I'm thankful for my friend, and then kind of writing down why you're thankful for them. Doing that will help you manifest more friends like that. And so it's not just writing it one time, it's about acknowledging it like, you know, lots of times, often. I think Bashar talked about, like, before you go to sleep and when you wake up in the morning, have like 3 things that you say that you're grateful for. And it can be the same things. Like he says, like, say the same things. Like, I'm thankful for this and for this and for this. and like say it 3 times in the morning, right when you get out of bed, or like before you get out of bed. And it helps you to be in a more positive mindset. Oh, you're Orpheus angel? I think that's what it's called, Orpheus? Ophiuchus? Orpheus? That's pretty cool. It's not very many people are gonna fall under that one. I don't remember offhand. I think like it's an Egyptian god of like transformation or something like that the constellation is based off of. So I'm not sure offhand. If you Google it though, there's plenty of I don't think it's similar to Sagittarius, no. I'm not like an expert in astrology, but when we get to the goal, I'll do a group in-depth Reiki session for everybody. 60K likes, 250 shares. I feel like we need like some intense grounding today. Yes, this is burnt carrot. If I were to taste it, it probably just tastes like nothing. This is a new crystal I got, carnelian, but it looks like a burnt carrot to me. It does kind of look like it flames. That's just the nickname for it that I gave it, because to me it looks like a burnt carrot. Thanks, Char. Mm-hmm. It's cool. It's like I see both at the same time. I see the flame, but I also see carrot. And I can't not see the carrot. Cube cut, nice. Have you guys ever seen videos of or memes where they're like, it's the forbidden snack, and it's just a bunch of crystals that look like foods? Like there's this one crystal that looks like fried chicken, like a fried chicken piece, the way that it kind of looks. And then, you know, other pieces that kind of have a food look to it, or like rocks that look like a potato or something. This could definitely fit in that category, the forbidden food. Hope you have a good night. Oh yeah, I mean, I think I have to. What frequency? I feel like just keep listening to the solar plexus frequency one. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've seen, I think that's, some of those do look like ham. It's funny. Thank you, Jessica. Did y'all have storms or something, Cooper? There's been storms kind of like all over. Thanks again, Jessica. Weird. Weird. Welcome in, everyone. I'm a Reiki master. I do Reiki enhanced with crystals. This one's really pretty. Recently got it. I just sadly cannot remember what it's called, but it is gorgeous. I think it looks more like lapis lazuli, maybe mixed, because there's a little bit of kind of like a turquoisey green in there. Maybe it's just kind of got some something else mixed in there with it. Just sending some generally relaxing vibes with this nice fluorite crystal. Thanks, Danielle. Sari, thank you. Thanks for the follow, Sunflower. Thanks, Melissa F-Bomb. Thank you. Thanks for the heart me. Thank you, Jessica. I today had some extra money, so I was able to get a bigger piece of danbarite. Just taking the sticker off of it if I can. I can't really get the sticker off. But so for my high raise your vibrations session, I have danbarite as one of the high vibrational crystals for that session, and so you can see this is kind of like fingertip sized, and I was able to get a nice big one. This is high vibrational like moldavite, but a lot more affordable. As you can see, it was $18. It's backwards, but so for $18, which if you were to get a piece of moldavite this big, that would probably be like minimum $100. Definitely, like, actually, if you were to be able to get one at $100 this big, I would think that it was a fake piece. But so there are a lot of high vibrational crystals like moldavite, but that are obviously a lot more affordable because they're not as rare. So it's a really nice piece that I've got. Be fun to use this for those sessions. It kind of has a little bit of some spots that has like a little bit of a rainbow. Can't get it to, oh wait. It's like it doesn't want to cooperate. It's like right here. It doesn't want to show, but that is nice. I saw someone sent in for a session. Is that, if that was you, if you could let me know in a comment. Hey, gotcha. What is, what name can I call you by? Alrighty then, Allie. Alright, just give me a minute to connect with your energy. Looks like there's a block kind of next to your heart chakra, like right here. So I'm going to work on that spot and see how your energy responds. Thank you. Thanks for the follow. Hi, welcome in. There's definitely some heavy dark energy attached to whatever this block is. Feels like, and it's connected to the throat chakra too. Feels like some kind of self-confidence issue. Thank you. Thanks. Energy's looking a lot better. I can feel you releasing a lot from the throat, or like kind of out this way. It feels like it's like a lot of different emotions that kind of got stuck together because they weren't kind of properly processed and released. It would definitely be good for you to listen to some frequency healing music while you sleep. It can be like on the lowest volume possible if you need like quiet for sleep. Doing a lot of grounding for you as well, Allie. Allie, if you have done journaling or if you haven't done journaling, it seems like journaling these feelings is going to help you to release them. So definitely you could try that. If you do the journaling, get a piece of selenite, which is like this white crystal, either cloudy like that, or it can be like kind of clear like this. Get a piece of selenite and put it on top of the journal so that all the emotions that you're like writing down in the journal aren't gonna like seep out into your environment. The selenite will cleanse all of that energy that goes in the journal. Well, then I guess journaling is what the universe wants you to do. This type of selenite is sold in just about every crystal store and metaphysical shop. Usually they'll sell it in just like a plain stick, not like carved like this, but any shape is fine. The shape doesn't really matter. Sometimes like they'll sell these for like $3. This, you know, selenite can be cut in a lot of different shapes, but it'll help to cleanse that energy from the journal so that you're not kind of so that like, you know, you put all those emotions in the journal and then you pick up the journal again. If you don't cleanse the energy out of it, then it might start to trigger you to feel those emotions whenever you just pick up the journal, if that makes sense. It would probably be good if you can do some kind of cleanse of your home, or if you're like just renting a room, we can cleanse the room. You definitely need like a much deeper kind of cleanse for your environment. And just doing these grounding symbols is just really helping to sort of yeet out a lot of negativity. If at any point you do want to do a house cleanse or a room cleanse, I do offer that as a remote thing on here. Mercury? No. Karma is coming. I have PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Let me know which one of those you'd like to use, and I can tell you my @ for it. Okay, I do readings, yes. Putting some relaxing energy into your aura and just general healing energy. And you can actually see my full TikTok live menu, the video pinned on my profile. By the way, a 10-minute reading is the same price as this for anyone interested. Okay, well, I hope that helps. Ali did release a ton. But yeah, doing some journaling, doing some things on your end is definitely going to help you to release the energy and help you to not be, you know, just kind of continuously building that up. You're welcome. For anyone else interested in a one-on-one session, check out the full menu pinned on my profile. And you can see my PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo if you tap the link in my bio, the Linktree link. If it won't open, there should be a button or some way for you to like open it up in browser. Sometimes also you may just need to update your app. When the TikTok app issues an update, sometimes if you just have the old version of the TikTok, it messes up those links. Oh, that's where that went. I had bought another tinier piece of selenite and I've been looking for it. Found it. Thank you, Shelley. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for joining the club. Shelley. And you too, thank you. Just doing a little more grounding. Thanks again, you too. I'm going to do an in-depth group Reiki session for everyone when we get to 60,000 likes. I keep thinking I see like a cat hair like in my fingernail. Chris, thank you so much. Wow, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. If we get the goal, I'll do a raise vibrations Reiki session for everyone if we meet this goal, 60,000 likes. Thanks, Jasmine. Thanks for sharing the cute stickers. Thanks for the reposts and shares. Thanks, Berlin. got some new little crystals that I can use on the crystal grid. I got a piece of black moonstone and peach moonstone. A lot of times it feels like you guys need peach moonstone on your, like in your gut, when I'm doing a session where I'm connecting you to the crystal grid. And since I didn't have a mini one to put on the little mini person on the crystal grid, I'd have to just like hold the crystal up, my bigger one. So that's nice. Interesting how in the lighting it looks a little bit more blue. I mean, there isn't really a such thing as like a bad energy. It just might be a clashing energy. Like if you want to be relaxed, carnelian is energetic. It's let's boost energy kind of crystal. So like if you put amethyst with carnelian and you think you're gonna like be relaxed, they're probably just gonna cancel each other out, the energies. So it's not that it's bad, it's just that, you know, energies can cancel each other out, or just like not be a good combination due to what you want them to do. Like you could technically ask the carnelian to boost the power of the amethyst, but you need to specifically ask for that, right? Although it's activating the amethyst itself already boosts its energy for relaxation or whatever you're trying to do. So it's not really needed for you to do something like asking the carnelian to boost the energy of the amethyst. You can just ask the amethyst to boost its energy, you know? Oh, and finally, I don't know why, but like turquoise is like hard to find, like actual turquoise. A lot of crystal stores will sell howlite dyed to look like turquoise, and that's really annoying. But so I found some real turquoise that I'm really glad that I did. I can finally use that on the throat chakra for a lot of sessions for you guys. And then they finally restocked their Metatron's cubes so that I could get some more. This shape is the ultimate healing shape. So I like having crystals that are just this shape. Like ideally I would want every single crystal that I'm using on that crystal grid to be this shape. How do you know the difference? So turquoise has, you see that texture? The texture is there because it's an indentation. Sort of like if you carve into something, now there's like an indentation, and you can see how it's uneven, right? Like it's got a very unevenness to that texture. There's different colors. Howlite dyed to look like this, it'll just be a very solid turquoise color. So it won't have any of the color variation here. And howlite has a much more uniform, wider of this the black lines. Hello, can we focus here? Focus please, camera, there we go. So it's with howlite, the lines are not as small, not as close together. With Howlite, these dark lines will be much wider apart from each other. So that's how you know. And if you were to get, like, usually they'll stock just regular Howlite, and so you can get the Howlite and put it next to the turquoise. And if the lines look the same as the Howlite, and the turquoise does not have any different colors, it's just a very even solid color, that's how you know it's dyed. Because something dyed is going to be like, you know, an even color, right? You know, this is black and it's even all the way through, right? It doesn't have like splotches of white or gray or brownish. Some turquoise can have red in it, yellow. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and Howlite is a lot smoother. Turquoise, you know, even though that you could get some that are like polished, you're still going to see those lines be much more uneven than with Howlite. Howlite, it looks a lot more even, and much more space between like each dark line, if that makes sense. Ah, this is Howlite. I thought I had one. So this is Howlite. If this is dyed turquoise, then it would just be, see how the lines are much further apart than with the turquoise? Now, oddly, sometimes they will label this white turquoise. There's no such thing, you guys. This is Howlite. There's no such thing as white turquoise. I think it's just kind of a trick to try and get you to buy it, honestly. Like, it's so funny. So I was able to get a bunch of these little ones. Yeah. Howlite is a crown chakra crystal. So it's like for connecting to the universe, kind of intuition, divine light. So it's like connecting you to the divine, connecting you to the universe, crown chakra. There are so many crystals. It's crazy. I always tell people, like, if you want to learn about crystals, just like Google it. To buy an encyclopedia of crystals would probably cost you like a lot of money. It's better just to Google it. I just saw someone pay for a session. Jasmine, was that you? Oh, there you are. Alrighty, well, here is your Reiki session, Jasmine. Let's start with some grounding. Can y'all hear the background music loud enough? I've got my space heater on. And sometimes the background music sounds kind of really light. Can y'all hear that better? There's cricket sounds with it. This feels really good in your gut. This is a new carnelian piece that I got. So it's carnelian with like red and black. I get synesthesia with this tasting like roast. You know, roast with carrots and smelling carrots. Or like if you do it in a crock pot, like carrots, onions, and some kind of chunk of beef. Okay. Let's move up to the solar plexus. One second, I gotta plug my phone in before we die. Before my phone dies. Okay. Oh, thanks for posting a highlight. Appreciate it. Oh, nice. Big release from the gut. I think maybe if you hit the share button, it'll show you there. Oh, it's up here. Tap the yellow heart. It's in that pop-up. Wow. There's a block in your solar plexus, and I'm trying to figure out what energy is going to be like the best. Because it's kind of resisting. Yeah, I think just grounding it is good. Thanks for following. Thank you, Angela. Let me see. Feels like it was kind of attached to the heart chakra a little bit too. Hi, welcome in. Okay, this feels so much better. Nice. Alrighty, hope that helps. You're welcome. Putting any black crystals on your stomach will help you to release the block. We released almost all of it. It's probably the area that you usually have negativity go to. So if you want to sort of teach your energy how to not like accumulate negativity there, listening to chakra frequency music while you sleep. And you need the grounding one, like grounding root chakra frequency. But feel free to explore the different frequencies. If you haven't already like explored that before, it's good to start with whatever feels the most comfortable. Thanks for the follow. The list is open for anyone who'd like a one-on-one session. Tap the link in my bio. No, before you do that, see the full menu pinned on my profile, the video pinned there. You can see payment methods if you tap the link in my bio. And then just please let me know in a comment if you send in for a session. I'll be doing the Raise Your Vibrations Reiki session for everybody when we get to the goal of 60,000 likes. This type of Reiki session is just focusing on raising your energetic vibrations to help you release negativity, but help you to be in a state of alignment with a high vibrational energy, high vibrational living, which kind of puts you more so in alignment with like your purpose in life, if that makes sense. Yeah, try the root chakra one. It'll try root chakra and solar plexus, since it's this. I mean, it feels like there's a couple different energies in there. Maybe there's like a couple different emotions that get stuck there. So that's why I feel like kind of, any of the vibration ones will kind of work, because you're probably going to need to sort of chip away at the different types of emotions that are there. Because I could feel like throat chakra, I could feel shoulders, heart. It's like there's a lot of like anger, frustration, despair, throat and heart chakra stuff. It's just like a whole lot of different little pieces that seem to be stuck there. I'm good. You're welcome. Thanks for the repost, Celeste. Hope you're doing well. I'm glad it's helping. wonder where... This is a piece of petrified wood, and I kind of wonder where it came from. The energy just feels very Native American. I don't know if you, like, if when you're into crystals and then you, like, you know, you get more and more into it, like, you can kind of feel the energy of the crystals. And yeah, just this petrified wood piece, it feels like it comes from somewhere that's got, like, a lot of Native American energy. So interesting. Also, it's like almost black. Which was also, I picked it out because of that too, because I was like, wow, this is like dark. Don't know what kind of wood it is, or if it was like petrified after being like burnt. I don't know. Cool energy. I've got this piece of it's like tiger's eye with a lot of like hematite or something. It's the gray parts is magnetic, because I've tested it with a magnet and it reacts to magnets. Yeah, the light behind me does make the crystals look kind of purpley. This one, it kind of looks like a little bit like a, I don't know why, but a little bit like a dinosaur head. I don't know, just it makes me think of that. It's not that big, but I'm just like, it's kind of like dinosaur. Like it kind of looks like a skull, a little bit. Yeah, kind of like snake too. Snake. Hey, thank you so much. Wow, thank you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, this is a blue flash moonstone. This side is pretty flashy. Doing good. Thanks, C-Babs F-Bomb, thank you. I'm gonna do a full Raise Your Vibrations Reiki session when we get to the goal here. Hi, welcome in. The list is open for one-on-one sessions. You can see the full menu pinned on my profile. Tap the link in my bio, the Linktree link, to see payment options. And when we get to 60,000 likes, I'm going to do a full Raise Your Vibrations Reiki session with my high vibrational crystals. Thanks, Joe. Hi, welcome in. Thanks. You know what's funny is when people meet me or like see me in person, people have told me that I seem unapproachable. I don't know why. It's not like I'm trying to be approachable or unapproachable. I'm not trying either, right? Sometimes I think people say that about women who aren't just smiling all the time, like really bright. You know what I mean? Like if I'm just living my life, like I'm just living my life. I wonder how agates form. This is a carnelian, which I'm pretty sure is a form of agate. It's a new piece that I got, but it's really cool looking, obviously. Thanks for the follows, the shares, and the reposts. Thank you. It's like I keep feeling that we need a lot of root work and stomach, but also just need like alignment overall of all the chakras. Thank you, Marissa. Thanks. I am like really cold, but it's not like that cold outside. It's weird. Thanks for the heart meat and the rose. Thank you. Thanks, thank you. Thank you, lovely Nexter. He's really cool looking. Thanks for sharing the live. Thanks for the shares, Riley. Thanks, Rainbow Angel. This is making me fall asleep, dude. Like, I am really feeling this relaxation. Thanks for the follow, Melissa. Are y'all feeling just as relaxed as I am? Sometimes the energy is just like so relaxing that it's making me sleepy. You talking about this one? This is a smoky quartz. Yeah, that one is smoky quartz. This one is citrine. Although, I mean, they look more like smoky. Looks more like maybe leaning more towards like smoky citrine. I didn't know smoky citrine was a thing, but I went to the crystal store today and they had smoky citrine, and I was like, oh, that looks like what I have. Maybe even though the store I bought it from online, they called it citrine, but it looks more like a smoky citrine. Have I still been doing cord cutting? I mean, it's still a session that's available if you want Reiki cord cutting for a one-on-one. The goal today for a group session is for a Raise Your Vibrations Reiki session. I mean, technically it's just a different style of Reiki. You know, you could have energetic cords, and so the cord cutting Reiki session is if you want to make sure that you get like cords removed if they're there. Usually everybody's got some kind of cords, either coming at them or or that you're sort of projecting out. So just make sure that you don't have any cords. And then do, even if you don't have any cords, I still do some negativity removal just to make sure you are cleansed of negativity. Thanks. My lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool. Gets that song in my head. Yeah, I can see, I mean, I'm not always actively looking for that, but like when I open up my third eye to look at someone's energy, I can see if there's cords, I can see how much negativity you've got. Is your energy stagnant, or is it kind of shining freely? I can tell, you know, energy blocks. I can tell if you've got spirit attachment, you know, negative spirit detachment. I can see if there's like evil eye, curse, hex, some kind of, you know, energy work. I can also see if you've got like a special like divine blessing. I can see that too. I can see if someone did like a negative energy work on you. There's not really a such thing as like black magic and white magic. It's all just like magic. But like if someone had negative intentions for you with a spell, aka curse, hex, evil eye, I can see that. Personally, I believe that demons are real, but there's like most dark spirits that people see or sense is not necessarily like a demon of the Goetia. You know what I mean? If you've heard of that, like Moloch. Is Baal one of them? I don't know. I'm not that knowledgeable about them, but like most negative spirits that people see is not like a full-on demon. Demons have like a specific purpose or intention. And usually it's to help you see that you've got this negativity that you need to let go of. That little plastic thing was still on my pillow, and it was, you know, like the little plastic tag thing. There we go. I do not want that poking me. A lot of people don't realize that most of the dark spirits that you may be sensing is actually your own negativity projecting itself as a humanoid looking dark figure to try and get you to address the negativity in yourself. That happens, it happens, well, I mean, it happens normally with people, but you're not always seeing it, right? But kids can see a lot. So usually when kids are seeing something, it's not like a demon or some kind of like deceased person. It's their own insecurities and fears projecting themselves as something that looks like something scary to try. It's like a way for your subconscious to try and communicate with you. No. People who didn't cross over do not become demons. I mean, there are some people who don't cross over and they're like dark spirits, but it's because they are purposely saying that they don't want to cross on. You can cross on at any time. But if they don't want to, then they would stay here, and really the only thing that there is to do here is scare people. You can't interact with anything, you can't move anything, you can't touch anything, but you can try to make people see you, and then what are you going to do after that if they see you? Like, you want to try and get a reaction out of them, you know, you want to make them laugh. Usually people that want to make other people laugh are not staying here, they're crossing over so that they can be with other people, you know, or, you know, other people in that state. Yeah, they're basically afterlife trolling, yeah. Even ones that are like really dark, because sometimes someone could just be very angry that they had a bad life, and it takes them a long time to get over the fact that they didn't live their life the way that they had wanted to, and they might stick around for a while and be extremely angry, and they may even seem like well, you know, their anger will project, you know, a lot. And it could seem like it might be a demon or something, but it's just an angry spirit of a person that's just sad that they didn't live their life the way that they had hoped. A person who was addicted to a lot of substances may resist moving on because they still feel that addiction. You don't feel that addiction when you move on. It goes away. But it can sometimes hold people back because they still feel like they're feeling the craving for those substances even though they don't have a body. So they'll kind of stick around, and these are the spirits that become energetic attachments to people. They're attracted to whatever state you're in because it was the state that they were in. So even if it was like depression, anxiety, maybe, you know, they were just angry, you know, you can sort of feel addicted to that feeling, and crossing over can feel scary because all of that goes away, but then the question remains, who am I without that? And that can be a little scary for some people, so they'll kind of resist crossing over until they feel like they're ready. Because, you know, it can be a little scary, and I mean, it seems a little ridiculous to say it out loud, like, because, you know, who would want to not be rid themselves of all of this pain and negativity, right? But sometimes people are conditioned by society to believe that their identity is tied to their experiences and their emotions, And so you can kind of resist crossing over for a while, but the longer time you spend outside your body, the more you, or the less and less you identify with the physical world. So therefore, the more and more you feel closer to the spiritual world, and the more and more you feel ready to cross over. So eventually spirits do cross over, right? But sometimes they can be pretty resistant to it for a while. Right. There isn't any negativity. I mean, that's not saying that when you cross over, you will be unable to feel sad. It just means that all of those negative emotions are temporary. Even when you're resisting crossing over, everyone eventually does cross over. So the negative emotions are temporary. So, going back to the presence of God, the presence of Source, is going back to the presence of love and light. It is all, positive emotions, but maybe like 1% of the emotions might be some sadness, but I would think only the sadness would be from you miss someone who's decided to go reincarnate as human. But you'll feel that just for a second, right? It's not like you'll feel that forever. And they're only gone for a second, because when you're over there, living in this world is just being here for a second. There's like no time. It's interesting. What do I think about spirit boxes? I don't know. There's a lot of different brands of like spirit boxes and spirit detection things. And literally anything can speak into it, and can, like, even trickster gods can speak into those, so I just have a hard time believing that what is being said from a spirit box is truthful. Just because in my experience using those kinds of things, it was mostly spirits just fucking with me for fun. There are a lot of spirits that just like to have fun. They're not like negative and trying to be mean. They're trying to have fun and poke fun at people. And it takes a while to figure out the difference, right? And I'm just not really interested in being like a medium or anything like that, so I don't really have a reason to, gain that skill any better than I already have it, if that makes sense. Yeah, they could be rage baiting too, yeah. Oh, we basically are there for the group session. Thank you. I'm glad it's calming. Thanks for the follow. Let me connect to everyone in the live to the crystal grid. I'm going to use my Danburite for the high vibrational crystal. If it feels too high vibrational, just tell the energy that you want to disconnect from the high vibrations, and then you can still receive just like the general Reiki. That is in my ears. Whew. Alrighty, it is connected. Thanks for the shares, Danielle. Really appreciate it. So let's start with a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. When breathing out, breathe out like twice as long as it took you to breathe in. So breathing in through the nose and out. Breathing in and out. Also, feel free to get comfortable. You can lay down, close your eyes, have your eyes open, like whatever is most comfortable for you. Just starting with gentle clearing and cleansing of the aura. Thank you, Danielle. And thank you so much for all the shares. Goodness, thank you. Thanks for the heartbeat. And making sure everyone's grounded. Thanks for following. Thanks for the follow. Alrighty. Here comes the high vibrations. Sending it gently through the flow of the aura into the root chakra, up through all the other chakras and out the crown. I have y'all connected to a crystal grid with a high vibrational crystal, danbarite. So the purpose is to raise vibrations. Living higher vibrational is living closer in alignment to your, like your highest self. Danbarite is like a high vibrational crystal like moldavite, but a lot more affordable. So this Raise Your Vibrations session can help you with being more in alignment with the path that is closer to like your true path in life. It can help you find alignment with like the job that you'll be the happiest in, the, you know, just the overall kind of life that is the most desirable for you. How long does this usually last? It kind of depends on the person. You know, I mean, some people could have this last for like a year. Some people, it might only last a week if they don't really care. Like for people that aren't like, you know, paying attention at all. But I'd say like raise your vibrations. It'll be the highest for about 2 weeks, and then it'll probably start going back down to your normal base vibration. So that's what regular Reiki helps you with, is like raising your base vibration up a little bit at a time. You know how like your general mood, like the base mood is like calm, you know? But if like when I had depression and anxiety and depression was my base mood. So doing Reiki helps to like raise that gradually. The high vibrational session is meant to like really shoot you up. And as you do work, like, you know, to help keep you higher vibrational, it helps you to like bring your vibration up a chunk rather than like a little bit. So you'll feel like way up here for like 2 weeks, but then it'll come down, not down back to like, you know, totally where it was, but at least down to where you've you know, we've raised your vibration a chunk instead of just like a little gradual bit. I hope that makes sense. Thanks for all the follows, everybody. And yes, this is the collective. So I'm channeling the Danburite high vibrational crystal through you guys. It's connected to y'all through the crystal grid that I've got to my right. I've connected that crystal grid to everyone who wants to be connected to it while watching the live stream. All Reiki sessions are gonna, you know, raise your vibrations a little bit. I don't use high vibrational crystals in any other session except for the Moldavite experience and the raise your vibrations session. Hope that answers your question. The reason why this one is so strong is because I'm using a high vibrational crystal. And I recently got a big piece of Danburite, so it is a big piece. The other piece that I had was a fingertip size. So I've got a nice bigger piece that can really, like, I feel this in my teeth, like, and my ears. Like, I feel like my ears are clearing themselves out. It feels like I'm going up in an airplane right now. That crystal is so, like, I'm so reactive to its high vibes. It's interesting because I don't get that with Moldavite. I have a piece of phenakite, which is another high vibrational crystal, much more expensive than the Danburite. The piece that I have, I think, cost me $60, and it was on sale for like 45% off. And it is this big, you guys. It is a teeny little crystal. I had it wrapped in a piece of jewelry, but I need to find it because if I'm not wearing it, I should have as an option for the high vibrational session. Thanks for the follows. Neck and shoulders need. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow. Meow, meow. Yeah. She puts her head up like, more pets, please, more. I love you, my baby. She's trying to figure out how she wants to lay on me. Alrighty, I'm going to top this off by adding some rose quartz. Just feel like I need to add this so that we can help you guys like embody the high vibrations better. Yes, this is the group session. I know it's little, but it's really nice. Oh, nice. Glad it is doing that for you. Thank you for the heart mead. Thanks, Struggle Lesson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And making sure everyone is grounded. So doing grounding at the same time as the high vibrations so that we can healing doesn't exist, as the subconscious is something one isn't aware of. Wow, I didn't realize we can't heal anything. Wow. Healing doesn't exist, you guys. If you cut yourself, you're cut forever. Oh my goodness, it will never heal. Wow. If you're sad, you're gonna be sad forever. You're never gonna heal. Blah. Bruh. Did not realize the stupidity of that comment. Jeez. Sorry, just like I cannot not say something but that's fucking sorry. Okay, let's make sure we're grounded. Yeah, I don't know, I always like using my garnet. I know, people just be saying anything nowadays, aren't they? Like, seriously. It depends on what people say, you know, like if someone is very oh, I'm sorry, did you have a question? I didn't see it. But like if someone is just outwardly hateful, you know, like literally saying like you're gonna go to hell because of, you know, this, like I'm just gonna block those people, right? But when people are I can answer that in a second. You know, when people are just very like, you know, blunt about being hateful, right? I'm just like, you're gone. But Reiki with a scan, I use my psychic abilities to look at your chakras, to look at your energy and see where there's energy blocks. With regular Reiki, like I'm just sending the Reiki and I have some kind of mild like sensations and communications about like in general, like what kind of maybe, you know, energy needs healing. But with the Reiki and the scan, I use my full like psychic abilities to really look at your energy so that we can do a much deeper kind of healing session. And then like the difference between that and the ultimate cleanse would be that with the ultimate cleanse, your energy is connected to a crystal grid that I've got over here that I intuitively put crystals connected to your different chakras and body areas so that we can get a whole lot of deeper healing. I also open up the aura with this session so that we can cleanse at the deepest levels. So that would be the difference there. Yeah, feel free to get a one-on-one. Yeah, yeah, you want the scan, I can definitely like focus on one area if you guys, you know, just want regular Reiki or the scan. Thanks. If you want me to focus on one area or one particular thing, like heart healing or lungs, there's someone who like had me just doing a Reiki session for their lungs like 2 or 3 times, you know, so you can definitely get a specific request with your session. Thank you so much, Danielle. Like, oh my goodness, you're so nice. Thank you with all the shares. Okay. Alrighty, let's lock in this session. Putting protective and grounding symbols around everyone who accepted the group session. Hello, welcome in everyone. Thanks, Georgianne. Okay, hope that was a good session for you all. Taking the Dan Bright off of the replay of this. Yeah, I can put this one on YouTube. It takes so long to download. I kind of have to nurse it while it's downloading, so I don't have all of them. But yeah, I can put this one. I just need to write myself a reminder. The last times I've tried to put it on YouTube, it would not download from my phone, but hopefully it'll download. Thank you. Wow, I think you sent me like over 700 shares, Danielle. Thank you so much. Okay, struggle bussin'. 1 second. Alrighty. Just finished the group session, and so struggle bussin', I just need a minute to connect with your energy. Oh yeah, I do stuff on purpose so that it's like ASMR. Riley, thank you for the shares. Appreciate it. Glad y'all enjoyed that session. You said you need some work on your throat chakra. Thanks for the heart me, Jack Trees. Okay. Starting with grounding, because I can feel you do need that. It might help up here a little bit, but half the time I feel like I just need to start with grounding for a lot of folks. If anybody else wants a one-on-one session, you can see the full menu pinned on my profile, and then just tap the Linktree link in my bio, scroll down to see my PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. This is Soda Light. It's really good for the third eye and the throat chakra. Hey Sammy, what's up? My cat Sammy is here. What you doing, bro? He just wanted to kind of say hello. He's walking away now, probably going back upstairs. Does a Reiki session zap my personal energy? No, not really. I mean, it used to, but it took me a while to learn how to not have it take a lot of my energy, if that makes sense. You felt it draining from your right kidney. Interesting. It would be more helpful if you do the Reiki on yourself. Sometimes you just kind of need to believe that you have full control of your energy and that you can shield. I mean, you can just do general energy healing without needing like an attunement. My book for my Reiki, you just follow the instructions to attune yourself. If you want to get my PDF book and attune yourself from my book. I'm the only person that offers that option, by the way. I don't know anybody else that does. All right, struggle bussin'. I am feeling a lot come out of your throat. I can see that there's like a crown chakra block. It's like top of head. It's almost like it's like a hat, like a little hat. Yes, Divine Light, Reiki, and Elemental Healing. If you tap the link in my bio, the Linktree link, there's like a shop at the top. The link for the book is in that little shop. Someone's comment is getting filtered, I see. I do one-on-one classes. I don't have any group classes coming up though. If anyone wants like a private one-on-one class, I do that. Sorry, struggle bussin', what do you mean? The crown chakra block? Yes, I mean this is your session. I'm talking to you about that. I just keep feeling releases from everywhere else. Oh, you had a comment. Yeah, I didn't see any other comment from you, so it probably blocked it. It's funny how TikTok blocks the comments that have no business being blocked, but the ones that should be blocked don't get blocked. Okay, I think... Oh wow, yeah, that feels interesting. Oh, yeah. Wow, yeah, I'm feeling your crown chakra open up now. Just needed some grounding. Interesting. Sometimes you just gotta direct the grounding like directly at the chakra that needs it. Thanks, Danielle. Let me write that down. No, Bunny. Do you mean like when I'm doing a group session? Wow, your the crown chakra is clearing up so good. I can feel, it feels like there's energy coming out of your ears, struggle bussin'. We're releasing like a lot, and it's like restoring some flow. So it's like it was kind of low vibrational up here, and I can feel it really like coming back to being higher vibrational. When I do group sessions, I can feel like a general vibe. I'm not actively looking at like anyone's energy. I used to do that, but I had to stop because it was too overwhelming. So when I do group sessions, I get a general vibe. I just literally told Reiki, I was like, it's too much to see everybody at the same time. Just let me get a general vibe. And so that's kind of what it's like. Tap the link in my bio, the Linktree link, and then at the top of the Linktree, you'll see my book. It's a yellow, so it'll say Divine Light Reiki and Elemental Healing. Yeah, I'm not talking about my showcase. Don't look at my showcase. Tap the link in my bio. Like the link in my bio above where the link for the showcase is. I'm not talking about the showcase. I don't have anything on TikTok Shop. Interesting. Counter strains. Thanks for the follows. Yeah, anybody who does Reiki or you're certified for Reiki, just tell Reiki how you want it to help you. You don't have to, like, you know, if it feels too overwhelming to feel a person's issues when you're doing a session, just tell Reiki, hey, that's too much. Let me only sense half of that. And if that's still too much, just tell the Reiki, okay, that's still too much. I need you to communicate to me the blocks and the negativity in a different way so that it's not too overwhelming. And, you know, you can work with Reiki like that to figure out how you can sense the person you're doing a session for so that it's not going to be an overwhelming or disturbing experience for you. You do not need to be overwhelmed as a healer. Me Star, it's been such a long time. This is Garnet. So for this session, I'm actually using it to clear out the crown chakra. Thank you. And actually, let me... Meow meow. Did you guys hear my other cat? Okay, so let me use this crystal. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Me Star. Okay, so using this fluorite through your aura flow, struggle button. Wow, and your throat chakra, I can feel that there's so much better flow just as I'm working the flow. Yeah, it's way more open. Feels so much better. Kind of feels like it's opening up like sinuses and breathing. Okay. And your energy, or the Reiki, is telling me there's an affirmation that I should put in your aura to help you to maintain this. So give me a second while I listen to what that is. And I hope this doesn't come across the wrong way, but they need you to to change your TikTok name to something that's positive or neutral. If you have other social media names that's alluding to the energy of struggle, make it something else, and that will actually help your energy as well. Interesting. So the affirmation is, I am open. I am open to positivity. That is Sammy. Hi. You come here. Alrighty, putting protection and grounding symbols around you. If anyone else sent in for a session, if you don't mind letting me know in a comment. And Danielle, I do have you written down. Alrighty, hope that helps. Okay, Danielle. Oh, nice. Danielle, this is your session. If you don't mind just making a comment, just so I can be for sure that you know that it's your session now. Okay, gotcha, thank you. Wow, feeling something strong about your third eye. Like chest feels really heavy, and then it feels like there's like pressure on the third eye too. Releasing something from the eyes and the third eye. You're kind of releasing slowly whatever is on the heart. Let me just hold this black tourmaline here. Right now I'm doing a one-on-one session, but I'm a Reiki master, so what I do here on the live stream is Reiki enhanced with the energy of crystals. Reiki is like holistic healing. It can help with just about anything. It's not a cure or a, a miracle, but it helped me get off of anxiety and depression medication after getting Reiki regularly for about 2 years. Even if it's like only 1% of the time that it is like a miracle, the rest of it is worth it. Meow meow. Reiki is so effective with relaxation and helping the body heal itself quicker that hospitals and medical centers are hiring Reiki masters to offer Reiki as a complimentary, additional service to whatever kind of like surgery or treatment people are getting at the hospital. This black tourmaline just feels like really good on your heart chakra, but it feels like I can feel it all the way through my back. Interesting. Grounding is good, but it's like we do need for the heart chakra to just be its own energy. Whoa, feeling some big releases. Wow, thank you guys. 1,000 shares. Wow, thank you. That is crazy. Thank you, Danielle, Bunny. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Jamar. Danielle, thank you. Feel free to ask me questions in the chat. Thanks for the follow. Thank you, Mac. Macabre, thank you. I feel like you're just releasing a lot from a lot of different places, Danielle. Interesting. This is carnelian. It looks like a carrot to me, like a burnt carrot. I get like synesthesia with this one. I'm like smelling carrots and tasting carrots. Like when you cook it with a roast. The other crystal I was holding was garnet. Was it? No. This is tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is this one. Yeah, this is burnt carrot. Like, yeah. I mean, it does kind of look like flame, you know, but also very carroty. Favorite kind of session? Yeah, I do private sessions. If anyone's interested, you can send me a message. It should be available as an option on my main website. If you tap the Linktree link and you see the one that says website, not the one that says TikTok Live services, but the one that says website. If it's not there, just send me a private message and we can look at scheduling something. I mean, it's basically, it's glass that formed from a meteorite impact. So it's not going to get damaged by your skin oils. Mama Tornado, like I do sessions here on the live stream if you just want a one-on-one. For a private one-on-one, like we would schedule that at another time. But if you want something like right now, check out the full menu. Oh, I see. No problem. I'll be live tomorrow too. I guess I would prefer, like, for my favorite kind of session to do, I like doing these ultimate sessions because I connect crystals with the crystal grid, and that way I can get, like, you know, the deepest kind of session. So this is definitely the most fun for me because I get to really cleanse you from the deepest levels. I get to channel lots of different energies, lots of different types of Reiki, you know, the 4 elements through your energy. So I would say, like, that's the most fun one for me to do to answer that question. If you get a private session with me, it is this level. Private sessions are 30 minutes or longer. I could do shorter. It's just, I mean, it's, you know, it's good to do 30 minutes. And, excuse me. I just find it's too hard for me to do a shorter session one-on-one privately because of my ADHD. And, you know, when you're with me, you know, in a Zoom, like, you want to talk to me. And so just so that there's enough time for, like, question and answers, 30 minutes is the minimum that I do with a private one-on-one. I'm pretty sure it's just listed at $45 on my my website. If it isn't, that's currently is just what I'm charging. Weight of the world, I feel ya. Alrighty, Danielle, I hope that helps. I'm just doing a lot of alignment of your energy. Kind of felt like the chakras were just not aligned. So just really needed to, like, use that amethyst and just, like, tell all the chakras, like, you're aligned with each other, you're aligned with each other, and not with... It was almost like some of them were having this ADHD thing, like, focusing on these other energies, and it's like, no, let's come back here. Come back to center. It was kind of funny. Okay. Thanks, Jessie. Okay. Alrighty, Danielle. Hope that helps. Hey, going good. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the follow, Kate. Rose quartz is a heart chakra. love, self-love. It's like the love crystal. For people interested in paganism, Venus and the goddess of love, that is her crystal, or one of them. I think moonstone is also, but rose quartz is very loving, kind, also like can help you have like compassion, not only for others, but for yourself. It's a really nice crystal. Yeah, I got one right. This is rose quartz. I've got little ones that I put on the crystal grid. Thanks, Jessie. I feel like I gotta crack my neck. Well, the list is open for anyone who'd like a one-on-one session. You can see the full menu pinned on my profile. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Danielle. Appreciate it. Rose quartz is like usually what people need for their heart chakra. For a green crystal, my favorite one for the heart chakra is green aventurine. This one's got a little bit of like agate in it. Like a little bit of like mossy, probably moss agate in there, but that's also why I like this piece. Green, the heart chakra is green, but pink crystals, because of their love quality, they also, you know, are gonna help heal the heart chakra. Yeah, you can use fluorite, like, you know, green or pink fluorite. Pink fluorite's gonna be more rare. Green fluorite is very, you know, that is pretty much green. I don't know, it's so dull looking in the screen there. Maybe it's because, but yeah, obviously this part is purple. I like how fluorite is kind of see-through. You'll see, if you see like crystal lights or like crystal tea lights, they'll use either selenite, but if you find ones that are fluorite, man, those look cool. I like those. It's really the color, you know, the color that matches the chakra, it'll heal that chakra. There's a little bit of a difference because pink is also a color that's healing for the heart chakra. Purple and white for the crown, dark purple, bluish purple. Sometimes stuff that'll look more just blue, like sodalite is, you know, you see, it's also a third eye chakra. So there's a little bit of overlap there because the third eye is like a bluish purple, so purple and blues will heal it. purple and white for crown, black and red for the root chakra, which is why I really like this piece for the root chakra, because it's both of those colors. So it's like sort of like, you know, really locks it into the root chakra's energy. Well, yeah, the throat chakra is blue, so blue is going to heal the throat chakra. Just when it comes to crystals, there's going to be some crystals that have dual properties. This is sodalite. It heals the throat and the third eye. So you'll find that there's some overlap with crystals. You go here. You go there. Now this is Amazonite. So you see it's kind of turquoisey. You know, it's kind of like a sea foam, bluish green. So you could, this is a heart chakra crystal, but if you've got a heart chakra block that is like so big that now it's like pulling on the throat chakra, then you could also have this be feeling like it's healing the throat chakra. This is a rainbow fluorite. If something is called a rainbow colored crystal, the reason is because it has a lot of different colors. So you can see there's, you know, blue, there's green, there's pink, there's purple. There's actually some white bands, as you can see. This is almost black right here. So a crystal that's like rainbow in color, you can use it for any chakra. You can use it for helping the aura flow. You can also just use it on any one chakra because it's, it's, got all the colors. So it's sort of like the energy becomes a jack of all trades, if that makes sense. The solar plexus chakra is yellow. This is yellow tiger's eye. The flash is yellow, obviously, but it's like it's mostly a brown crystal. So, anything yellow, flashing yellow, even amber, this is actually another fluorite. And technically this is rainbow fluorite because it has more than one color. We've got white, we've got amber, we've got kind of like a purple, dark purple, brown, technically rainbow fluorite. But I just tend to call it like amber because it looks like amber. Depending on like the energy of a block, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like sometimes a block, like for example, earlier I was clearing out someone's crown chakra by grounding it. Sometimes that is necessary because you can get like ungrounded energy just like centrally in certain parts of your body. And so doing grounding just to that block will help it release. Just in my own experience, black moonstone is good for insomnia and for sleep. So I'll use it to help clear out negativity and just send healing to the head, to the brain, these chakras, even though this is technically a root chakra crystal because it's black moonstone. by the way, I have a lot of different moonstones. So this is black moonstone. This is peach moonstone. I find it fascinating that the black moonstone has like bands of the peach moonstone in it. This is just plain moonstone, but it also has so moonstone can look like this. It's kind of different, but it can have a blue flash, and if a piece has the blue flash, then you'll see it labeled blue flash moonstone. But the blue flash moonstone is the like original moonstone, if that makes sense. The basic moonstone. Right, you don't need to see anything on a person to be able to send healing. In order to do healing, you don't have to have any third eye or psychic abilities. Sending healing energy is a completely different thing. Which stone is best for cleansing? Selenite, which can look like this or this. Selenite is the best cleansing. It's gonna like burn away the negativity. Black crystals do cleanse, but the way that they cleanse is by absorbing the negativity. So you then have to cleanse the crystals. But if you have one of these, you can just let them touch it overnight and they'll be cleansed by this, which burns away negativity. This is smoky quartz, by the way, and obsidian. This is also a regular moonstone, but it's just a lot more white, and it has a slight blue flash to it. More so just kind of a regular shiny flash. Not too, not too impressive, but I actually prefer moonstone being just as white as it can be. And those are the moonstones that I own. I thought there was another one. Oh, well, there's also green moonstone. I just don't own any. I've never really felt energetically connected to green moonstone. It's a little weird. I wouldn't know how to use it. Oh, that's the great thing about selenite, is that you do not need to cleanse these. It is a self-cleansing crystal. It cleanses itself. It cleanses energy around it. It cleanses anything that's touching it. So there is no cleansing needed with these. The crystals just need to be near the selenite. Something that is very popular is you'll see that there's selenite plates and bowls. The purpose is so that you set the thing on it that you want to be cleansed, and it's cleansed by touching it. It does need to sit there for a bit, but the energy radiates from it, so it doesn't need to be touching it. If you didn't know, if you want to cleanse your home, put a selenite stick above your door frame for like your front, your back, your side doors. People will even put it on their windowsills. It cleanses any energy that comes in, so it burns away any negativity that comes in. So it's like constantly cleansing your home. It is a fragile crystal, so it like, you can see like this is kind of like glass. It will shatter if you drop it. So something more heavy like this, but may not, you know, break. But like this used to be like a very pointy tip, and it crushed itself. This type you can use literally like chalk. You can draw like chalk. People will use selenite like in witchcraft to draw sigils on the cement in front of their front door to protect from negativity. Like, you know, the Norse runes and stuff. You don't have to do that, but that is super interesting, just in their yard. One interesting thing about selenite is that it also charges crystals. It'll amplify the positivity of the crystal while burning away the negativity. So by just having your crystals sit on selenite overnight, not only are you cleansing it, but you are also charging it. That's why this is so popular. It was growing like a bush. What? That is weird. It must have been like pushing up from the earth. I would want to see pics because that is super fascinating. Well, let's get some grounding vibes here. That is so cool. Any crystals that should not be near or in same room. I mean, not really. It just depends on you. Like if you're very sensitive to high vibrational crystals like moldavite, phenakite, dambarite, apophyllite, then you wouldn't want those high vibrational crystals in the same room with you, just because it might give you if high vibrational crystals like give you a headache or make you feel kind of buzzed, and then it's hard to sleep, you know, you might not want that in your bedroom. On the other hand, interestingly, the only reason why I kept wearing moldavite was because it helped me feel not scared of like ghosts and stuff. I have an issue with that because I was kind of terrorized by like demons and stuff when I was a kid. So I've always been like really like, I've been sensitive to it, but also just like, it really freaked me out. So I was like, had a lot of anxiety about spirits. And so moldavite helped me feel confident to, you know, have my energy sort of radiate high vibrational waves that protect me. So I was able to sleep really soundly wearing moldavite for that reason. Where are crystals found on Earth? Everywhere. Maybe not in the swamp, you know, but, you know, all around the globe, there's all kind of crystals, except some rare crystals are only found in one place. You know, like moldavite is only found in the Czech Republic. It's because it was formed by one meteorite impact from there. Kelly B, I don't know why someone would say no amethyst in the room. Amethyst is calming. It helps you sleep. I tell people to put it under their pillow. It also will protect you, protect your energy too. That is the weirdest thing. Why would they say that? That sometimes some people have an experience with a crystal and then they think that means it applies to everyone. People's individual experiences with crystals, it does not always apply to everyone, but they don't understand that. Anywho, you don't stay asleep. Well, I mean, sometimes we can fall asleep really quickly because of some initial comfort, but then the long term, like long term me sleeping on the couch gives, like, my shoulders start to hurt if I'm laying on the couch for too long. But I fall asleep real quick on the couch. I don't know what it is about the couch, but it's like way more relaxing than my bed. But I can't sleep like long term on the couch because it hurts my shoulders. You know, I mean, there could just be a mundane answer for why something happens, you know what I mean? Same for me. Yeah, I'm having a hard time sleeping too. Sometimes it'll take me forever to fall asleep. Sometimes I'll fall asleep immediately, but only get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep and that's it. And then like falling asleep, but waking up every like 15 minutes because the dream that I'm having is making me jerk awake. Like, rude. Jerk awake. Yeah, like it's been happening to me the past 2 weeks and I am about ready to like scream. Yeah, I've got a brother and a sister. They're both younger than me. I'm the oldest. No, they don't do Reiki. They are into spirituality though. They like doing, not as their main job, but like they do offer as a side gig that they do. Like they call it ghost hunting, but like they'll, like if you think that there's like a spirit in the home, they can sense if there's a spirit and then they can do a house cleanse. I come from a Mormon family, so it is kind of odd that they feel okay with that. We grew up very strictly Mormon. My parents are like strictly Mormon. I mean, they're more chill now, but I just find it kind of odd that me and my siblings have really resonated with spirituality. I'm not really close to my siblings anymore. We don't have the same beliefs about spirits and spirituality. Like my sister believes in a lot of new age spirituality, like you got to be higher vibrational because of the 5D ascension. And not that I'm trying to like harp on people that believe that. It's just that the way that she talks about it is like preachy, you know, it's from a very Christian point of view. So she's like, she'll try to like preach at me and be like, if I don't believe in things the way that she does, then I'm gonna get left behind in this ascension and I'm gonna be with all the like low vibrational murderers and stuff, and I can't be part of that. Like you know, like if she wants to believe that, that's fine, but like, you know, I'm like like I just laugh about it because like, I mean, That's the same thing as preaching to people about like the Christian rapture. You know, it's just like you're being very judgmental of people, and that's not my vibe. Where did you move to, Kelly? Okay. The whole spiritual, you know, I can't speak to like Brazil and, you know, Central and South America. I just know that there's like a spirituality kind of revival in the United States that's been happening since like the 90s. It's been growing since like the 90s, and with social media it just like boomed, and we're having like this huge kind of spirituality revival with people in the US. In south of Utah, where I live, Arizona, Sedona, Arizona is pretty much like the spirituality capital of the United States of America. There's so many spiritual people who have moved there, and a lot of spiritual people that I follow who live there, and just from also them saying like it is the place to be for spirituality, but it's full of all of it. So you're gonna find the toxic people, you're gonna find the ayahuasca people, you're gonna find the chill people. It's like everybody that's spiritual is there. And it's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it might be like the 80s when spirituality, because there was kind of a like a spirituality boom in like the 50s or something. I forget the exact decade. It's whenever like the Ouija board came out. It actually first came out as just a fun board game to play. It wasn't a real spiritual thing. It was just fake. It was to like, let's pretend we're spiritual. But real spiritual people started using it for communicating with spirits for real. And so then it quickly became this symbol of spirituality. And during that time of seances was like the big thing, and mediumship. So that was like the most popular kind of spirituality. But there was also people exploring witchcraft, and the book on Wicca that dude wrote, whoever that dude is, and you know, that book coming out helped people have access to a type of spirituality that is organized, that was obviously familiar, because people coming from organized religion usually are immediately drawn to other organized forms of spirituality, religion-y things. But so the whole reason why we're able to have any witchcraft allowed at all in the United States is because of that guy that wrote that original book on Wicca. The Wiccans are the ones that fought for religious freedom, you know. They're the ones that fought for it to be like codified in law that you can't discriminate against someone because of their beliefs, no matter what the beliefs are. Even if the belief is in Satan, you cannot discriminate. In 2020, cool. In 2020 is when I started deconstructing Mormonism. How interesting. I think, you know, a lot of people had some spiritual awakenings in 2020 because of COVID. Thanks for the follow. Last call for one-on-one sessions. If anyone wants a reading or a Reiki session, see my profile, the pinned video on my profile for the full menu, and then tap the link in my bio to see payment methods. I'm looking like really oily. Yeah, a 10-minute card reading is 18. I need to put some ice in that. By the way, I don't talk about this enough, but whenever you're using crystals, you need to activate the crystal. It will have its like general properties, right? But it's just pretty dull. When you activate the crystal, you're just talking to the crystal and telling it what you want it to do, politely and nicely. So like this obsidian crystal that I use to like cleanse and do like negativity removal. If you want it to like remove negativity when you hold it or have it in your pocket or something, if you're wearing crystal jewelry, like these are little crystal necklaces, if you want them to like give you some kind of, because you know crystals will have several different properties depending on the crystal, so you know whatever you want it to do, you're just well, just speak out loud, you know, if just have your spoken words speak, like I'm saying, to like literally like talk out loud to the crystal, and the crystal will do what you say, or what you ask, I mean, because we need to be polite and ask, right? Like, you know, I'm thankful for you being in my life. Thank you for having the ability to remove negativity. I please ask you to remove the negativity from me and protect me from negativity that may be surrounding me. Thank you. And that is what I'd like you to do for me. Thank you. Like, that's all it has to be, is talking like that. Your thoughts are not going to intrude on it. It's just... you know, abracadabra, as you speak, so it is. Speaking out loud is the way to ensure that only the words that you want are the words that are heard. Thank you, Tay-Tay. Any particular question for your reading? Where are my cards? Are you in the right place, job-wise? Okay. Cool, hi. Doing good, thanks. Alrighty. You've been second guessing it, okay. Have you been second guessing it because I pulled the Six of Pentacles reversed, like you're giving too much of your energy. So I feel like maybe you're like working too hard in what you're doing right now, Tay. Not necessarily like working too hard, but you're taking on too many other people's responsibilities that is not in the scope of your job. And, you know, sometimes, you know, if a manager above us sees that you will just do anything that they ask, they will take advantage of that. You gotta learn how to stand your ground and be like, I've got too much on my plate to do. I cannot do that thing for you. You know, like, you can ask somebody else to do that. To finish training. So they're trying to get you to work, but not get paid for it? That is a red flag, honey bun. Like, OMG, that is a red flag. By the way, with jobs, if they make a big deal about, oh, we're one big family, you know, we treat each other like family, I treat my employees like family, and we treat all of our fellow employees like family, that is a red flag. You do not want to work for them. That means that they will be like, they will be treating you like your family that they can call at all hours to get you to do something for the job. My husband worked for a company that was like that, and that's what they did. They were just like all the time being like acting as if he's, you know, available all the time. Okay, so there's some kind of online training you gotta do. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is kind of something that you do have to do on your free time sometimes with jobs, is that training. How much time do you have left for it? Interesting. So they didn't tell you how many weeks or how many days it would take for training? just as like a general advice that I give to people when it comes to like new jobs, go through the training and then work the job and see what the job is like. Because obviously the training is not the job, right? And you cannot get a good sense of what the job is going to be like through the training. And training is always going to be uncomfortable just due to the fact that you don't know it all yet, you know? You're training. You got to put a lot more effort into that because you're learning something new. And learning something new, like you're literally creating like new neuron paths in your brain. Interesting. Okay. You know, if they're paying you enough and it's not like overly stressful, I mean, like, you know, just keep going with it. You know, see what the actual job is going to be like. Sometimes you got to have patience. Let me see something here. I do see that you need to make sure that you're having balance though. Like make sure you're balancing your time when it comes to free time and doing work. Yeah, it's it seems like you're being a little bit too critical of yourself right now. If the training seems kind of hard, I feel like it's because you're like judging yourself as not able to do it. But you can. Less than what they offered you for the full-time job. Did they tell you that training you would be paid less for the training? Or did they not tell you that? If they... Wait a second. One second. Another... Okay, yeah, that's another red flag, is if they do not tell you that they're going to pay you less during training. Usually that... I have heard so many stories of people who start the job and they're told that they are going to be paid less because they're getting trained. But then, when they're actually on the job, they don't get their pay bump. They just get the same pay that they were during training, so... Let me see something. Yeah, I was just feeling like there's some kind of deception here, and yeah, I would not trust that employer. I mean, I'm already hearing a lot of red flags, you know, but I just pulled the Nine of Pentacles reversed, which, you know, that's deceit, dishonesty, recklessness. So yeah, I wouldn't be trusting that company. And did they have you sign a contract? Because if you signed a contract to get paid X amount of money, and it says it on the contract, and then when you start, they tell you, well, you're in training, so we're paying you less. Look at your contract and see, does it say that? If it doesn't, you can sue them to get paid the right amount of money. Usually companies don't, so you didn't even sign anything? Like you didn't sign any paperwork with them? Yeah, you need to work for somebody else. This is shady as fuck. This is really shady. Like you don't just start working for someone without signing anything. That is shady AF. I would run away from it. When people are really shady, like, you know, I don't, you don't know what it is that they're up to for why they're being shady like that. And I would not want to be associated with it. Yeah, I would run from that job. Obviously, you know, don't put yourself in a financial burden by quitting if you don't, you know, if you've got bills coming up, you know. But yeah, definitely like find something else that so many red flags with this company right now. Yeah, I was just pulling confirmation for you, how to say. I just wanted confirmation that you leaving that job is the best thing for you, and I pulled the Six of Wands. So progress, confidence, victory. Yeah, you should you should tuck tail and get away from them. But that being said, you don't have to just outright quit if it's going to be a financial burden for you, right? You know, definitely gauge that. Make smart decisions. Don't just don't throw yourself into a burden that it's going to be really, really bad for you. But yeah, that is not a good situation. Yeah, so many red flags. Anyways, I feel like there's something else that like your spirit guides just want you to know, but not from this deck. One second. I bought this new deck, The Secret to Manifestation, the secret language of manifestation. It's a really nice deck. I've really been just trying to explain manifestation better. People, and just what I've had to learn over the years of really studying manifestation is that people don't understand it. Not even the gurus understand it. There are millionaires who are on TikTok and YouTube with courses for you to learn how to manifest, and it's all wrong. It's all incorrect. They're just trying to get you to hustle and bustle and burn yourself out immediately, and they think that that's correct manifestation, and it's not. I think this whole idea of manifestation has just, it's a thing, but it's not an energy that you're supposed to embody and not embody any other energy. Manifestation is a consequence of embodying the correct energies. One card is $5 for super fans. When it's not Monday. Yeah, this is a nice deck. If anybody wants me to pull one card from here to find out, what is the secret to manifestation for you, be glad to do that. I'll just have that be. Actually, if anybody wants me to pull one card from this specific deck so we can find out what is the secret language of manifestation for you, just send this thing. Anyways, Tay, let's see what it says for you. Appreciate your comment. Beliefs. That is such a strong one. But yeah, your beliefs, not just, and I'm not saying like your religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, everything. Do you believe money is hard to earn? Do you believe money can only be earned through a 9-to-5 job? Do you believe that money is evil if you have too much? Do you believe that money makes people evil if you have too much? You gotta let all of that go if you want to be able to hold on to money. But, manifestation in its true sense is not going to look like you getting like millions of dollars really quickly, right? But so the other words on the card, opinions and conclusions are filtering your experience. So, you got to hone in those beliefs, it's almost like you got to deconstruct your beliefs. Deconstruct why you feel like you resent doing anything to make money. That's something that I had to do recently, actually. when you finally get down to like, why is it that you feel resentful for any job, no matter what it is, and you always end up hating every job? It could be because you have a subconscious belief that you are a chain and ball to money. And so that's going to make any job feel heavy and negative, you know? Even if you like painting, like for example, someone who likes painting, and let's say that they are able to have like a good job with it, you know, selling paintings in New York City on the street. You know, they do that. Maybe they do that. But whenever they think about going to paint a painting to make money, there's this overwhelming sense of, oh my God, why do I have to do this to make money? Why do I have to do anything to make money? You know, why is money tied to me having to do this? It's because you've got a belief saying that money can only be earned through doing something that society finds valuable. And that makes you feel resentful because you're seeing like, oh, society finds this valuable because of its money worth, not because of how much I like it. And then you got to deconstruct why it is that you care about what people think about your art. You know, like why do, you know, like the value of your art? Why do you care whether or not people value it the same as, you know, that stupid painting of the yellow and the black, just yellow, black? There was a painting that sold for like millions of dollars. To me, it's stupid, right? But if somebody's going to pay for it, you can enjoy doing it without feeling like you're having to buy into a system that you think is toxic, right? I had to like deconstruct a lot of... It's so funny that I can't even remember what it is. Like, what was it? It was this simple thing holding me back. Like, I would feel this resentment just to go live, but when I'd be doing it, like doing this, like I enjoy it. You know, so it's like there's plenty of people that you enjoy the job, but then you start to resent the going to the job because... Let me see. Oh, it has something to do with my parents forcing me... Yeah, okay, I remember. If you grow up and your parents don't support the activities you like to do, and then they force you to do other activities, like some families force their kids to do sports or ballet, or mine was band and music stuff. Although they did force me to do sports in the summer, which was annoying. It was all annoying. But then when you're doing something you like, if you have your parents saying, oh, you could be studying right now, you could be practicing the sports, you could be practicing the thing that we're trying to force you to do. So then you start to resent doing things that you don't like and things that you like to do because you're anticipating the backlash. You're anticipating somebody telling you that you should be doing something else. A lot of people who work at night end up having a lot of guilt for having to sleep during the day. They get called, they'll like internalize like, oh, you know, I'm lazy, I'm missing out on the day, like, because people will literally tell them like, I don't know how you do it. You know, how can you miss out on, you know, the day? And it's like, I used to feel that, and then I had to learn why. Like, why am I beating myself up for getting sleep, getting rest? Like, who cares what time I'm getting the sleep? I'm getting the sleep, you know? I'm doing the thing that the body needs. If someone's gonna criticize me for that, guess how much I care about it? Like, can we see through this hole of how much I care about it? You know, like, how much space is there here? Like, you know, just stop caring about people's opinions and just do things because you want to do it. You want to see the outcome. You want to find out what's the outcome going to be like. If I, yeah, it's like there's A lot of people who finally get into creative flow get into being like a famous creative because they let go of all the pressure. So just as advice for anybody, you're not going to be able to feel happy, and like if you're experiencing like trying a lot of different jobs and you hate all of it, it's probably because there's an underlying resentment towards work in general, or towards having to earn money in general, get money. And so deconstruct the why. Why are you resentful for working? Why are you resentful for making money? If you don't deconstruct it, no job is gonna feel good ever. Anyways, was any excuse me, did anybody else want a reading? Get that back under there. You're welcome. Well, I hope everyone has a good night. I'll be on Friday night. If anyone's interested in a private one-on-one session, I do those through Zoom. You can check out my main website or just send me a message and we can schedule a private one-on-one Zoom Reiki session. For the private one-on-ones, they're 30 minutes or more. So I don't do less than 30 minutes for a private one-on-one, just because when you're able to just have me one-on-one and see me, everybody always has questions, and that takes longer. It takes longer to do everything when there's questions. So I like to make sure that you do have time to ask questions, and it's not just me being like, okay, here's your session and now we're done, and like cutting it off, and you know what I mean. Anyways, thanks again, everyone. Thanks for all the gifts and likes and shares. Really appreciate it. Thanks everyone for who got a private one-on-one through the live here. Really appreciate it. It is my full-time job, so I appreciate it. And hope you all have a good night, and I will see you next time.